Have you ever wondered how you can create a complete project in Revit? Have a 3D of such nature like this that you fall around and the project is going to be completed, or having a complete project document like this, then get ground floor plan and every other thing that needed to be available, and you get yourself an elevation with background different level. At the same time, have the kind of unique perspective rendering, everything done completely in Revit without any external forces. So if you are the type that want to understand this project completely, so this channel is for you. So we have gathered all this information together, and stay tuned and watch. I will not tell you to subscribe. You don't need to subscribe. Just watch everything to finish and be blessed as you watch as well. So we'll see you in the complete details of this project in the next move. Thanks. Welcome to Multi-Node Design. We are starting another project entirely, which is going to be mixed-use developments. So what do I mean by mixed-use development is that we are going to have a duplex by one side, then one bedroom flat on the two other sides. So it's going to be a story building that is going to revolve around the great developments. So we are starting, and let me give you the preamble of what I'm talking about. This is the orientation parts of what I'm saying. At this level, we have a duplex at this side, and this side is going to be, we have a what do we call it? So we have one unit of one bedroom, which is going to be for. So I designed during my a little bit of my absence on YouTube. I designed this one for my clients, and I'll be consistently with a permanent aspect of what I'm using. So I want to bring this to bear, so let everybody learn to this level and to work towards how it's going to be developed and see the permanent side of these developments that we started. So let's move on to the complete A. So I have this is actually the way the site looks like. So I'm going to use this particular site to do that. So how do you bring this site to Revit? This is what I want to do now. So what you do, go to your level 1, because that's where I want to do the main work. So I'm going to click on there and say okay, insert. So where is insert? So PDF, import PDF file. So I think I saved that on desktop. So I'm going to go to desktop and search for the site. Good. So I'm bringing it in. So this is what I've done, and it's here. Now the issue is that it's come in the form of image, which is okay. The problem is I don't have the dimension and no option. So according to what the client sent me later, and this is like 22 meter and 22 meter by 22 meter by this side. Then this side is 18 meter, but this one is up around 11 or 12 meters. So that is what I want to work on from here. So how do I do that? I start with a plain line. This is what the detail annotation. So detail annotation will help me to move myself. So I have for define the first 22,000. So which is this. So the next one will be the vertical 22,000 as well. 22,000 on the vertical side. So press. So that's we are getting it done. So at this level, what I just need like 14,000. Then move this one, then join this one. So by the time you look at it, the shape is formed. So that's exactly what we want. We can expand it to meet up with the requirement and see whether it's scale according to what you have in your home baseboard. So if it's not accordingly, you can decide to refashion your work towards that. So if you see the way the thing bends, and let me just do the two adjustments so that it look fitted and well arranged. So this one can just like help you to know the next thing, the next kind of action of what you are doing. So you suggest this to a bit good. So I think that is just, it's not a polish survey plan. So I have this one and I've deleted that. I don't need them again. So I want to focus my attention on this one and this side. So we are starting the first floor. So what we do next is to pick the offsets by offsetting this one, giving the offset from the back side, so 3000, so 3000 by this side. So leave this side because it's bent, so my vegetation may not be developed towards that level. So I'm going to work on this particular one. So after which I've done this one, what next did I need? The only thing I need now is to work with my wall. So click on the wall and start projecting your wall because you have already been defined. Now I use an existing template which I've already gotten on this one. So I want to adjust my wall so that I'm going to have a good wall category. So what I do is that my wall is since set this one. So I'm editing this. So I'm going to change it to 225. It's at 9 inches, 225. So click OK. After which this is done, the next thing I need to do is to start working on the plane level of floor. So I'm going to create everything by this. So this is the first line of sheet wall. Good. So I'm going to define this one. First, draw this one down. So something like maybe like 5 to give me that peak of feel. So I'm going to do that. So I'm creating this one into 2, which I'm still going to go further and increase it. So let me just keep my adjust it for now because it's not going to work. I have so many things to do at this junction. So I'm adjusting this one to fit the shooting. So what are those things that I need here? First, I need dining to be somewhere. So I click on this and create dining on this side. So do not mind the way my computer is misbehaving. So it's getting old, which I need more money to buy more things. So forgive me for that. So I just need to tell you because I have to be sincere with this what I'm doing. So I've done this one now. So what you need now, break again, break this up. So when we're done with this, so the next one, I'll try this. So something is there, it is not telling me. Use your hand to separate, so now filter it. Okay, I think it's okay. So I've gotten this one in place, which is mine. So I need to work on the stair. Oh, this is the staircase. So I'm not creating staircase for now. I just want to see that space is required and it's settled. So this one is set. So I have this in place. So the next thing is that I need to create delete this one for now. I've already used to get what you need on this side or the back and everywhere. So they are no more needed. So what I need now is that I draw this one down. So I move it to somewhere here. So I still maintain the same alignment with this. So I'm pushing this upward because now the car owner needs to park. And that is another objective of what we are designing. So as they will park, we need to think of that, how many cars the owner need to park because the gate and everything need to be subjected to part of the design process. So here I've done this one. So I'm going to this this one by selecting it, then break it, break this one to break it. So I have until which I need to create, and which is this particular side. So the anterior is on this level. So bring this a bit down and adjust this to close this down. So this is anterior. So from there now we need to create a level playing field for entrance to be made. So after which I've done this one, I save this a bit inside. So this one will serve as my. So now let me just title out this duplex side for now. So I'm giving this one by saying this is just 1100. Good. So the dining is there, the stair is there. So I have that. This is the kitchen, which is okay. So you can decide to bring it down It's not absolutely be late for what's the design we are doing here. So that is the door for that. Escape. You can decide to bring it. This is store. Yes, and this one is what we call. Let's divide this into two, because the visitor toilet must not just be open to an until, because it's kind of exposed. You can adjust this one a bit, then click this and say create similar. So let's Mixhouse adjustment as well. So we're done with the flat side. So no matter what the case may be, this is just the beginning of what we are going to be doing for this week. So stay tuned and follow us one after the other. So this is one of the physical projects we have done in the recent time. So I want everybody to follow this procedure and watch it accurately. So I think this is a kitchen. This is, you can bring the annotation. So you should to represent that for close engagements with the thinking faculty of wherever you want to reposition things. So this is kitchen. So this is the anti-room. You can just go so component door. So if I can check double door, it's okay for me. I think I see one, and that's okay. So I'm using the double door. It's an entrance door for the main gates. So I'm done with this. So that is it. So let me focus on this side now. This is one bedroom flat. One bedroom flat is going to have a room, and every other thing that's going to have staircase too that will lead to the top. So the staircase is going to be somewhere around this side. So let me click this and say case similar. So we are creating this one. Upload. So let's say we have this in place. So which is something like here. This is stable. So the next is that we are bringing this down. This to draw this one here. And click OK. So the next is that we are bringing into, let this have this one as a staircase for the work to move on. So we create that as a staircase issue. The orientation of it, whether it's coming from outside or inside, we never know yet. So this one should come up almost to this level, I think. So I think that will be okay. So select this one again, select this and pin it here. So as you are done with that, you can just have this one and say, then let's this door here, then let this door here. So this is the kitchen for the self-contained. So that is just it. So this one is there, stable. So we have the toilet at the back. This is going to serve a bigger purpose for first visitor and the house owner. So click here, and so later you can later adjust this one. So this thing we are going to teach you, follow everything step by step. So this is the orientation of what we have designed. So I'm going to create a temporary floor, which I may later delete or not delete it any longer. So I will select this one and start pasting it around. It's more faster, much better. So I'm still going to edit it because it's not picking the side of guys that I wanted to pick up. Let me just do it straight up. I'm doing it here now. And then we close it. Let's escape. I'm doing it here now. Then we close it. So we can't do this by say the slab has been created. Let's see maybe the requirement of what we want as a standard for what people are working towards this. So select this one now, close it or close the chapter. Good. So I have this one in place, so I'm going to click finish. But whenever, let me just trim this, trim this one, trim this one, so that the one will be interlooped in it. So click finish. So now that is it. So here now we have living room, dining, kitchen, pantry. So the same way, entrance, living room, store, kitchen, and then the next one, which is that is for the toilet and bath. That is going to be general for that one. So we've done this one. We will expect what we expect you now is to follow us again. We're going to continue to develop to the next level. Try as much as possible to be consistent with the way we are designed. We're going to learn a lot of things in this project. So let's say I just want to put a temporary engagement of what of annotate. So let me just give this one text. So living room, good, dining, good, stair, good, kitchen, good, the room. Very beautiful. So the same thing will happen here. You just need to copy this, copy the kitchen and copy the room. So copy here and bring it here. Since it's what you have here is what you have there too, you can make use of this one. Until you can just see this one, just click delete the anti. So click here, then page kitchen. Beautiful. So that is it for this aspect. So see you in the next tutorial. Do not forget to practice on your own normal basis about this. So you'll be able, the more you do, the more you understand the architectural level. So thanks for watching. God bless. Welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our mixed house that we started of recent. So let me give you the preview of what I'm talking about. This is the building that we're talking about. So we're going to create this. We have already created the ground floor, so we want to work on the first floor for now before we now tidy load and put templates in every other thing. So we are starting. So I'm going to level 2. So level 2 I have underlay. So what I need to do is that I want to bring all these rooms to the connection of this. So I'm starting with wall. So on the wall I'm creating everything one after the other. So the first thing I need to do is that I'm going to create a wall which is going to be of an offset. Let's say I pick the wall face. So I'm going to select no, let me say like this. Click on wall. So pick line. So by the line we're going to offset like 600. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, so I'm going to offset that by 600 by side and back. So I'm going to leave the fronts the way they are because I want them to have a flat surface or through. For now, what I need to do is to begin to demarcate this space for use. So let's escape. At this level, you need to create the room. Click here and say create similar. So this room is going to be created. You close it. So the next one is from the that side of good. So you close this as well. Let me up with this. So the next one you need to create is this particular one. It is you have the toilet in place, so put it here. So now we need to create a master bedroom to suit the space program. So how do we do that? Master bedroom is something that is a little bit complex. So what you do is that you select this, paste this one here, then you return it, align it to the existing wall. because of your grid whenever you are doing your grid for structural developments. So we have this in place. So next we need to close up this. It is okay, but let's say we put this one here now. Pure. So our cantilever, everything is set. The entrance to the main building and things like that are already in places. So what I need now is that I have to bring to the assistance some of this object oriented is value. So now let me do this side of the drawing. So I'm going to have the same pattern of design. Good. So I'm going to do that again. The apartment 2. So here I'm going to do this one, draw this down to fix at this point. So you might be wonder, how would they enter this building, how would they maneuver? So the provision has been made as I am doing this drawing. So I'm going to draw this one again, fix it up at this level. Good. So I'm making this place a visitor toilet. Good. So why this O will be for the entrance and things like that. So all this arrangement is being made by a certain level of innovative. So the creativity in architecture depends on how you are able to maneuver your figure and time. So I've done this one now. This is so the whole function of this is that the balcony of this one are in line with reality, which is of this nature. You come here. So what you need to do here now, click here and say floor. So at the floor level, you begin to break all those things together, attach them to where they're supposed to be attached to. So you still do some editing later, but just like keeping all this into space. So trim them. So do the trimming, do the trimming, do the trimming. I think you've done this one. So click finish. So continue. You know, has no connection yet. So that is done. So click finish. So at this level of finishing, you have all your work in place, total arrangements and orderliness. So done with this now. So let me just put the door, the components where they're supposed to be by saying this one will be having the entrance. So this one is going to have another entrance. This one with another entrance. This one with the entrance to this place. So I have another entrance here, another entrance here. So this one is going to be a general toilet for these two rooms. So you just have separate toilet any longer. So you close this down. So click and then you have this in place to connect, and this one to the bathroom. Then you have the balcony for the masters and things like that. So this is what we've done at this level, and then you need to rearrange. So I'm going to click on underlay. I don't want to see underlay so that I'll be able to concentrate on what I want to arrange in this place. So I do something, let me bring that back. So for some reason, I want to remove the cantilever that is at this small space. Yes, so I'm breaking this very much here. Good. So that is I'm doing the same thing because of the staircase. There's no way the staircase is going to cantilever. So I'm putting it back again. Good. So this is done, and this is unique. So we have the whole things to look into. So adjust based on what we have on ground. So delete this and then extend this one to this point. So we are done with this area of specification. So what do we need to do is to rearrange this whole space. Let me just give this a close UI engagement. Good. So I'm done with this. So the arrangement is being made, the content are being arranged, and every other things are being involved. So you break this into two. So and then begin to work on them. So now what I've done here, look at the ground floor. The total arrangement of this, let me just check before. Maybe I'm going to do some little adjustment towards what I've done. So this is 6 meter. I think it's okay. I don't need any adjustment to be done. So they are okay by that, and this is what I need for now. So they will climb up from here, come to this place. This is the master bedroom. This is the, what is it called, the wardrobe, and the, so I'm going to divide this one into two because big, a little bit more big. So let's say we have two. So here is that pick here, and then say pick host or create a new one. So here we're going to have a little bit of closets and a little distance at that point. So this one will be a closet for before you get it. So the arrangement is going to be made, and then the exit to, entrance or exit to the balcony, and this is done. So I'm going to bring the door to this place. Door, let's say exterior door is going to be here, because when you come from ground floor you land here. So yeah, so this is done, and this is the total arrangement of the system of what we are building. So what I just need to do is to bring a little bit of template into this so that everything is not look shabby. So click here and select some of the template like beds. So you bring it into this space, queen size bed. Reduce this one offset by -850 so that you stay where it's supposed to be. So begin to put bed where bed is supposed to be. So I'm going to select bed and I'm putting bed here. So that's it. So select, go to level 1, then put bed where bed is supposed to be as well. So you have bed here. So that is where bed is supposed to be in level 1. So bed is supposed not to appear in any other place. So another component we need to work on is to select chairs and bring them here. So sectional sofa, I'm going to use you. So press this one and let it have it here. So this one is done as well. So you see that everything is coming up one after the other component. So select and search for where there is dining, and you place dining where the dining is supposed to be. So where is that dining chair? The common one here, diameter of 900. So this one is going to stay here. Good. So that is what we have in this space. So with all this thing we've done here, so this is what we are able to arrange for the purpose of this sign for now. So you can just imagine and begin to work on your own one after the other and set the standard high for yourself and for the use of yours, of people that you are working for as a client. So learning aspect of it is that you continue to learn more and know more about all this thing as you are putting your energy into it. So this is what we are able to do for now. Just arrange this space into bin. So in the next tutorial, we are not going to bore you with this. We're going to create this, the beautiful part of this, and start working, rearrange this whole space and start working with the elevation one after the other. So stay tuned and work with us. So see you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. God bless you. For our Revit tutorial in a mixed house development. So in the last episode we were able to define this staircase. So this we want to continue by putting the roof on this particular building project. So this is the 3D of our workflow. If you have never been seen, if this is what we are able to create for this particular segment. So this is the 3D of the whole building. So we continue from here now and put all these things in order and get the whole range of acts. So now what we do next is that we are going to start the building, the plan of the roof. So how do we start here? You go to plan level 2. You can decide to go to elevation and create more levels so that the roof will have its own space entirely. So elevation, here now we click on this and say create similar. So from here you select this and create this one, put it where this one is aligned. Then you can decide to rename it, call it roof. So level roof, call it roof, so that you can leave it level. So that place you know, yes. So it automatically rename itself. You go back to that roof level, then you go to underlay. So underlay, click on this and say level 2 should be something you'll be seeing precisely below. So what we do next is that we go to architecture. From there we select roof. Roof by footprint is what we always use. And no matter how the complexity of the roof, the moment you understand the principle, get all these things right, then you are going to fulfill your righteousness by selecting the right part. So here is what we do by selecting the peak line, because I want to use the peak line to select from outside. So I don't encourage people to be drawing it one after the other because it's a lot of work to do. So we select this by saying offset 600. So that is the if of the roof. If of the roof. So click on this, then select from all the external line of the wall. That's where you work your fulfillment from. So I'm selecting this one again. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Go to this one. So I think with this one now, I can say the whole idea is in place. So I'm going to do this like this. I'm going to select this one. So what I need next is that I should click and join all of the edges together so that the fulfillment and the beauty and the aesthetic of the roof will come out plainly. So it's a complex roof, but it's a little principle of arrangement to get it done. So this is how the roof looks like. So from here now you can decide to click finish or do whatever you want to do. Maybe it's a little adjustment you want to work on. So I'm clicking finish here now. So do not attach. So I'm going to site plan where I'm going to see the roof plainly. I'll go back here and I decide to increase this visibility by going to view range. On the view range, I'm going to increase the top level to like 50,000. Then the cut plane again to like 45,000. So I say apply. So the whole space being up to me. So I don't like the way the roof is falling. So the first thing I need to do is to change the falling, the slope and slope arrow of the roof. So it's supposed to fall according to the way the slopy part of it is. So this is where you're going to do that. Click here and see edit type, edit duplicate. You can duplicate if you want to, but I'm not duplicating anything because I just want the whole roof of the project to have that pattern of alignment. So go to graphics. From the graphics now you select the surface. So click on surface here and say model is what you are going to use. So click on model. You can decide to create your own by saying create new. So at the create new, now you call it roof slope. Call it that way. So change this angle from 45 degree, make it what, 90 degree vertical, and you reduce this one to something like 75 millimeter. So it's okay like that way, and you can check and see the way it is. You're going to see a drastic change of what I've been doing here now. Good. Can you see? So you see the one that go vertical, the one that go horizontal, the one that go. So these are the pattern in which I want the roof to be defined. So I'm fulfilling this aspect for now. So I'm clicking this. I want the roof to be more taller. Go to the elevation and go and see how the whole things look like. So from here you can just like, I don't need this one for now. You can on this so that you'll be able to extend what you need to extend. So I'm doing this. So the roof a little bit shorter for me, so I'm going to increase the height. And it's only the height I want to increase, not by dragging any video. Just select the whole thing here and say 45 is what I need. So is it tall enough? I think every height is there for me. So I may not be ideal for project concern, because when you do something like this for a client, you want to run the month. So then you click like that and adjust based on what you have. I'm taking this up. So now, so the roof aspect is concerned and is being developed, so you can check it on 3D and see how far the roof looks like. So this is the way the roof definitely look for now. So but before I go further to develop some of this thing, I want to create the roof gap. So you can follow this if you are following this principle from beginning. So kindly subscribe to this channel if you find it that is more interested and more fulfilling. So go on. So what we do here is that we're going to create what's it called, the ridge cap for every part of this, because it's necessary. So go to start elevations, select your roof, and then you click on copy. So you click from here and click copy. So the copy is being fulfilled, or no, take it off, because it's cap you are creating, you are not creating trusses. So cap is what we create here. So you go there and you say okay, go to site plan, roof plan, go to underlay. I don't want to see anything in background, so I'm hiding this as well. Hide the elements. So so far the element, then you go to vertical and say select vertical from the architecture, just vertical here. So you select this roof, then you start fulfilling all righteousness by selecting that. So first you need to select the middle lines. So those are the things that are more difficult. So you select that and say fulfilling. I want to hit 80 millimeter as the distance from the center point. So you need to have double lines and double lines like that. Remember, it's ridge you are doing, not the gutter, so don't focus on the gutter side. So all these are not necessary, not all the lines that are ridge. You're going to focus on the main top line, and that is how you fulfill the whole system accuracy. So select this and select that, select this, select that. No, so return this one. Yes, just the external you need. So after you have fulfilled all the ridges, so what else you need to do is to just replace that those things I'm going to cut off from. So I enjoy you to watch this video with all your time, because one of the most difficult thing of building is roofing. The moment you get your roof right, no matter how complexity your building is, if you know the principle of arriving at designing a roof, you have no issue about building consistency. So you can decide to create projects in any form that you feel like. So this is one part of them. So we are done with this now. You click here, no, going to set. So from our side, pick. I think we are through the whole situation, except this, which is needed now. Good. So after this fulfillment of the ridge cap, what I need to do is to trim all the lines so that there won't be any form of intersection of line within line, things like that. So go to every part that you know that those lines can intersect each other or are not joining well. So you focus your attention on that one and do it very well. So that's what we do here now. So these are the one of the outside, these are the one of the outside. Okay. Okay. Remember, the roof is not the main roof we did. We have to copy the roof after designing it and copy it above so that we'll be able to use it to work what we want to work on. So that's why you should follow the principle. If you are missing it, you can decide to go back, you watch it again, study the whole process, and then you get it done. So that's it to do for you. So we have a lot of projects that you have done on this channel that has a lot of roof complexity, different kind of patterns that which we design. You can decide to check, watch all the video and choose the one that's suitable for you, so that you'll be able to design whenever your client call upon you, you design as fast rates, no matter how complex it is big. Like I said, roof is one of the most beautiful parts of the building design. So if no matter what you do, if you don't have a good roof, there is no way your building will fulfill the greatness of aesthetics. So this is what we are able to create for now. So I'm selecting this by, so let me just say remove this one from, so you can imagine. So this is it. You have this iron out from elevation, so select, so go to fill. So this elevation means a lot for now. So that is what we do about the roof. The roof has not been completed yet. In the next, we are going to create the fascia, at the same time create whatsoever we want to create within the trusses. So you'll be able to understand how the trusses work and all those things. So this is the place where we are able to stop for now, and you can imagine that the beauty of the house is coming out one after the other. So thanks for watching. We shall see you in the next class. God bless you. Welcome to multi-net design. In this tutorial, we are going to continue with what we have started before. In the last episode, we designed this building concerning this roof. So today, let us go back and start with what we concluded with the roof aspect, then move on to the next thing about elevation. So this is the floor plan of what we have been doing. If you have never been on our channel before, can kindly subscribe to this channel and continue to follow us step by step on this project that we are creating. So this is the ground floor plan. This is the first floor plan. So when you want to look at the 3D at a O for some extent, this is how it looks like at this junction. So let it load. Because of the graphics from the realistic view, that is why you are having this kind of issue on ground for now. So this is it. Look around and see what we have. So now let us move on to the play level of reality. So what I want to do, go back to my roof plan. So from the roof plan, I want to create a roof fascia. So that is the next thing I want to do. So click on components. So on components, say model in place. And the model in place, going to casework, then click, so casework 1. You can decide to rename it or do whatever you want to do. So click on this and say sweep, clicking by sweep, then you click on sketch parts. So from the sketch part now, pick a point, so adapt system, so pick points. So from the key point now, you start working on it generally. So I'm selecting this, click all the parts in which I want the drawing to go. So you can study this carefully so that all your line will not be intersecting or interlooping. So you have a clear goal of your design straight up. So click finish. From here now you can go to start elevation, work consistently until this one is opened. So from here now what you need to do is to draw the design of what you want and how you want it to be. So you must have the diagram of how, so you can change this one to hidden line so that you'll be able to see the lines of the building, the projected line of the building. So click on edit profile. From here you start developing the style of your, so you do that. Let me come here to say 3000 or 3200. So I'm at 320. So this one will be okay. So you can just design a pattern the way you want it to look like. Not just have a definite. So I'm gonna do it this way. Good. So if it's too thick for you, you can just like be adjusting the elevation part. So from here now you click finish, and I say click finish. So I have my fascia drawing completely at this junction. So I'm doing this and say click finish. So what I need next is now to beginning to adjust the window so that the aesthetic value of this will come up. But before then, I want to put this foundation into place. If you are the type that always not having, this is the foundation, but there's no block work on the other foundation. So I want to work on that. Go to level 1, select this block and see select all instance in this view. Select all instance in this view. Good. So from here now you say copy to clipboard, then go back to the foundation. This one you have not seen anything on the foundation, but if you are seeing a building, the existing building on the foundation, all what you just need to do is to come to normal plane level here, and then you say come to range, view range. So from the view range you pick when you are seeing underlay, so you can just say underlay by saying that you say none, it will disappear like this one. When you have underlay here, you will see something under. So when you click on underlay, you say none, it will decide to go. But if you are still having a problem or you are still seeing something after you do that, so come to view range. From the view range, you change the whole aspect of it. So the foundation level is 1000 in height from ground 0 to let's say minus is minus because it's now underground. So minus is 1000. So you change this top offset to something like 800 and cut plane to 600. So in that way, that will help you out. If you try that, if you don't get it, just message me. I'm going to reply you immediately and give you some of the tutorial I've done concerning that. So at this point, I just want to paste this one and say paste align to the current view. Everything is going to be here. So when it comes to this place, it's there now. But what I need to do is to remove this height because I want to connect it to just 800. I have already gotten slab. So this is done. So check everything here is going to be 800, 800, 800. So this sense is done and everything is in accurate and the perfection. So select this, select all instance in this view and say delete. Select all instance in this field again and say delete. So from here now you close all this down to their position. Fine. So you allow this one to allow it join to this. So you bring all this to bear by connecting them together. So foundation is done. So when you go to elevation now, you're going to see that those things are, you see, the ground floor foundation and everything is snapped to the slab. Good. That is what we want to do here, and that is what we have already done. So the next thing we need to do is to start developing everything one after the other, concentrating on this value and add them together to fix. So go back to the foundation ground level. Now start with your window. So click on architecture. The window is simple. You don't need to be too much fancy about the window because it's designed that come with a lot of applications. So click here and say duplicate. I will duplicate this one. Say 1 something times 600 by 1700. That's the way I want the height to be. Long window for the main purple places. So put this one 2100 for the height. Then you start selecting and place them where it's supposed to be. So the cross side of it should be here and this way. So this one will be so you put them there like that. So you can have the same thing with kitchen, but I'm not going to do that for now. So you select this and select this one, do the same thing here and do the same thing here. So across ventilation, this ventilation and all are all in that. So from this side too, you put one here, then you can select to put the second one at this junction. So on the dining side, you do the same thing, you do the same thing here as well. So for one thing that this dining is going to do a lot of little bit adjustments because I need to have door that move to the exit side of this. So save this one towards the wall. Good. So now we're done with this at this level. So what we do now is to create a window for, let's say, the window for kitchen. So this one is going to be the same thing but in different forms. So I'm going to use 900 by 120. So you can edit that by coming here 120 in height. It is okay, and 900 by width. So click finish and begin to adjust them. This one you change it to 2100, the head height, then you put it in the kitchen, and then you roll it in the kitchen as well of this place. So kitchen needs to just have one window, so you can position it wherever you feel like it's okay for your design. So we're going to fix this one again, the window, and then we come to the normal window, which is the window of toilet, which is this one. So change this height to 2100. Then begin to fix this one in place they're supposed to be as well. So these are the toilet window for the anterior. So the toilet window for the one bedroom apartment, I think we are through with that. So you can bring door to this one, not toilet window. Just pick a door window. So you click there and you fix a door here. Then align this to the wall. So beautiful to behold in that area. So I think you can need to adjust this one towards so that they have to blend it. So this one is done in this area now. So the next thing, the next aspect of this drawing is that you cut this, bring this one. So you need to be developing everything one after the other so that there will be a clear path to what you are doing. So I think from here to here is a standard length enough, yes, to contain people. So the graphic aspect you need to suppose, so you have to indicate that this arcway is existing. I'm going to use the Mollis line, so I'm going to do that by clicking on this and set it up straight up. So press escape and then do the same thing again here. So I'm done with this. So the next thing I need to do is to go and see what I've done to my elevation, whether they are accurate or right. So I have this one, so go back to the west side and see whether those things are there again. So the west side, let it load. By the time this thing updates, you're going to see the window detection and so on and so forth. So click here, let's say, then extend the window cropping, increase this height to your taste, then select this. So yeah, there's an error in all these things I've done. This window too, I only did them in the duplicate, but I did not indicate that they are of height. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do anything here, just the type, then it's only the height I'm going to affect here. So I'm going to increase that height to 1700, and everything is going to follow through clearly. So this height more than anything, so select this one and say select all instance in this view, or go to 3D, better still. So select instance in this view. This is another trick. Select all instance. So everywhere you have that type of window is going to be, then you reduce the size, the height from here by saying head height is 2100. Everything is going to snap back to the original position. So good. So you have them here now. East, west, south, anywhere you have them in completion. That is the way it should be. So that aspect is being met. So the next thing I need to do is to work on the upper elevation by adjusting the window and every other thing. So go to the level 2. From the level 2, you are not creating any window here. All you need to do is to underlay this one and say it's none. You don't want to see it. So start the process again by saying window. So from here, the first set of window is this one of the toilet. So increase the height, let the head height be. So you put the toilet where the toilet is supposed to be. This is going to be a general toilet for this, and then another toilet for this one, then the last toilet at this point. So what do? The aspect of this is that the view range, like I said, because we are not seeing this, we're going to work on the view range so that you can be able to see the window and whatsoever we have got there. So view range is being clicked, then we change this height from here almost close to this so that we'll be able to see 1900 will be the height that I'm going to select, and I have it. So click on window again, select the second aspect of window that I've used. So begin to put this window where the window is supposed to be. So these are the complete activities that we need to do. and I will have done it here. So you place this one in where they're supposed to work with, and they are hot stamped and firm. So the room, let it have it and have it. So this one cannot hold any window, so you don't need to put that in place. So we have done this one by editing the boundary. Let this whole aspect, let it work with the original concept of the line that we have. So you do that by breaking this into this. So then you fix this by trimming. So do the same trimming here, and then you delete this. You don't need to delete the standing line. Just trim this, and then no, something is wrong with this line. Okay, control back. So trim it. So finish it. It's done. So we have the, you can still go ahead if you have any issue with the windows and every other thing, but those windows are okay and perfect at this level. So I'm just like having an issue with this one. Click this and change this to 2100. Then come here and fix the two. Just let it be like a LB aspect. So by the time we are detailing all these things out, we are going to see the whole issue ironing out one after the other. So this is the plan for this area, and this is the way it works. So click here, modify it, align to the wall, align to the wall, then align to wall. Everything should be aligned to the wall. So we have visitor toilet here. So what you need to bring this window and still create similar, then adjust this from the height, then fix it here. That's for the visitor toilet. So you bring it to the side, do not put it at the front. So here we should have balcony, so you adjust this one. Yes, because when you enter here, you enter into balcony and things work for you in that way. So click here, and then you need decide this one again, then by fixing it here. So like I've said, I think when you select this, you have something higher, something bigger, and something longer. It's supposed not to be. So you select this one and say select all instance in this view. So you are going to see that this one is going to disappear. So this one, this height disappear. So what you need to do is that you select this and say 2100. So everything back to normal. Go to elevation and go and see the work you have done. So you see the beauty of the elevation are coming out one after the other. So you can toggle off your shadow if you don't want it before you now move to what you need to do and begin to do work at aesthetic wonders. So I think we have done with this area now. The only thing we need to do here when you look at it from 3D is that we have to create this and make this permanent and fix. So I'm going to click on level foundation now. So I'm going to use underlay, the base level 1 to be underlay, so that I'll be able to see what I need to see. So I'm seeing level 1, which is underlay, which I don't like what I'm seeing under that. So foundation should be foundation, level 1 should be level 1, level 2 should be level 2. But what is here is that we are still going to work on that one by selecting this. Click this, just create it out. Then you are going to adjust it from the elevation aspect of 3D. So what you do here is this: go to 3D now and go and see. You need to fix this up. And how do you do that? Select this. So select the fix of this and pick the face. So it's more easier, simple, and straight up. So like that, you come to this side too. So you do the same thing. I'm still coming back to this place, so you see how you can work on 3D view to still get everything in details. So here you do. So go back to this part now. Select trimming. Then you fix this up, or extend. You can use extend to fix that up. So extend snap to, and you created this one. So what we need now is to quickly create the stair for this. So go to level 1. So from the level 1 where we are having this one, what you do is to create go to start elevation, because I want to create the step of this one first. So I'm going to do this one and say component. From the component model in place, and I call it I just want to use casework and I call it steps. There's steps there too, but I cannot be going up and down because of that. So click this one and say extrusion is what I'm going to use. So pick. So you are going to pick from here. No. Click here. So you click again. So pick. So here when you saw that three sideway line, so it's okay for you to say that okay, I selected the rectangular surface. So click here and start creating your, so set it up here and then move here. So 300 will be okay, then 160. So you can decide to now be copying everything, copy, then be placing them at the right part and the right position. So we're done with this and we click here and say fix and fix. So go back to the west elevation, first side elevation, then you extend this by dragging it to the point. So you have a step at this junction. You can now go to north or south anywhere, then you pick this by say mirror. You can mirror this one so you can fix it where it's supposed to fix. So when you mirror this one, you pick this and you merge it down to this one. So you go back to the east elevation so you can adjust that and let it fix with what you have dictated here. So fix it up and fix it here. So here now you click on 3D and see that yes, these things are done and the whole idea is being created. So that is what you have here. The elevation part 2 is being set up. So the next thing we are going to do is to still work on this and beautify the whole nature. Thanks for watching. Click finish and then we see you in our next tutorial. God bless you. Good day, welcome to Multinet Design in the continuation of our Mixhouse development that we have been working on for a while. In this tutorial, we want to work on the elevation properly. So we're starting with this staircase position where we have to create ventilation and the lighting for the staircases. So the first thing we do here is that this staircase does not have door or not have entrance, so we have to create the entrance there. So what we do here is just select any wall, any door. So click here and say place it at this top side because this is the side that they are going to be entering with. So evolve that and align to this. Good. So to do the second one for the, so this one is not need anyone because you are passing from dining, you're getting you to your exit. So that is for this. So you go back to your elevation and go and see what you have. So when you have this one, the next thing you need to do is to create the opening for this position. So first dictate whether the slab you have here does not have anything interfering with this. So I have the slab which is here and this is normal, but I'm going to land here on this and move inside here, but I don't want to be seeing the slab from outside the wall. So what I do is that I pick it in and I set it inside so that it goes within this space. Or let me just have it in this, as because this construction, anything can happen. So you do that from here. So you click finish. So elevation, go to start elevation and extend this particular, so it's joined together because this one is at 3000. So what I need now is to create this little opening that is going to be a lighting source for that position. So here I'm using stock work, which is what, or curtain wall for this position. So I'm selecting this one and go here and search for this exterior glazing or stock curtain wall. Let me use also to wall. So you can decide to edit it here and give you the pattern in which you want. So I'm going to use that automatic embedded, which is okay. Exterior, fine. Then the curtain panel, I'm using words. I'm going to create that for that, but I'm not using anything for now. So the structure layout, so I'm going to use fixed distance at what, at 1000 for vertical. So fixed distance 1000 or 2000 at horizontal. So that's what I want to use. The mullion aspect, I'm going to use just radius 25, only once will be selected and you'll be okay with that. So here you start doing, then you extend it to this point and see whatever you have done. Embedded, because this one is very low, you go to Site Acquisition and go and see what you've created. This is what you have created. Say save, then you select it. You can extend it up or change the height to yourself by saying 3000. So 3000 might be too much. If you check it, it's too big, so you go back and say 2200, so they're a little bit higher than the Windows level. So if this thing is not at the middle point, don't worry, just come back here and then you adjust to the level 2 and see what you have. So it's not centralized. You can extend it to this point and see. If it's not the same thing, check the measurement from here to here. This is 1.6, so I want to use 1.5. So creating this one, select this, then adjust it inside, then adjust it within. So let's say I'm going to create 1.4. Select this now, change this one to 1400, so you'll be able to change this vertical to the middle point. So select this one and go here and say the vertical aspect, change it to 700 so that we are the center. Click OK and yes, it will be adjusted. So good. The radius, I'm going to change this one because I don't like it. I want to use something like a rectangular mode because that will give me what I need more better. So I'm changing this one, the radius. I don't want this. I'm going to use rectangular 30 square. Rectangular 30 square. Good. So this one will change position. So select this one and see what I'm talking about. So you can imagine this has already been adjusted. So you move this down a little bit. Let it move. Come down. Good. So we are done with this at this level. So you can now duplicate this one to the back side by clicking here and say create similar. So this one you're going to dictate that and select this. So this one can be narrow, 1000. So we've done this, we move to 1.4. So we're done with this one and say select. We move around a bit. Then you add this one by taking it up. Then adjust this one again by moving it up. Good. So this one is selected. So you go to the north side and you see what we've done. This is the way it will look. So this one I want to edit the boundary. So go to level 2 because I don't want to be seeing the wall within the glass. I just want the glass to work down through. So here is what I'm going to do by adjusting these all places at once. So where the issue come from is from here. So I've already created this one out. So what I'm going to do is that I select, then I clean it up. So all this place is going to be completely open and I will finish it. So go back to the nut and you see that this one is gone and it's disappear and see no more. So I can now adjust this one up a little bit higher and then take this one above the landing. Maybe somewhere within the railing. So this aspect is done. So you can now move around and change the from the foundation aspect and change this one, edit in place, put this one, copy this, place it at the front, make sure you rotate, and then when you rotate this and you get to 90, then you move it again and come and stamp it at this front. So you have done the detective part of that one. So you can mirror it again now. Say mirror, and let's say that the back side we have this in place. So then you move to snap to the wall. Good. So we're done with this. Click finish. Say 3D. Then we're done with this one and the whole things are giving shape. So the whole technical individuality is being rectified. You can hold the shadow and see how far these things are working and these things are being dictated. So now with the railing here, so the architecture come to the railing of this, then you select by putting the railing here. So for this, good. So you click finish, click the same thing here and let the railing be directly to this, so railing. So click finish. So go back to 3D and see your good work. So these are taking shape, things are forming. So level 1, 2, I'll click on that and say modify and say railing. So the railing is going to be here, except I change the pattern in which I don't think it's going to be ideal. So railings will be here on this once I enter to this side. So the same thing I'm going to do here, create a pattern and then fill the railing here as well. So the more you draw, the more line you project. That's the secret of graphics. The more line you project in accurate lines, the more beauty the work becomes. So you can imagine that this work are not having their own definite looking at all these things. So with this one now, what I need to do next is that I want to create the trusses. So I didn't have the trusses before, so let me do that quickly before I proceed to the next thing. So you copy this roof, paste it down here. So then you say edit in place, edit here again, or in yes, just open that. Then you now offset this inside by 200, not 300 or 200. You should do okay without copy. So this one will move in. Every one of them will move, set themselves within the roofing that you have created, so that by the time you are creating your trusses, it's going to be a one click and it will not have anything to do with your elevation by affecting it. So you select that, it's okay, do not attach. So from here you select that one you have set and say slope glazing. The slope glazing is already set, I think, because I've been using this template file for a long period of time. So I don't have no issue with my slope glazing because I've already set it down. But I'm going to show you how you will be able to do your own if you have some certain issues. So get here and say go to view. Did you see the slope glazing? Everything is snapped to the whole potential drawing. So extend this one again. So if you're having any issue, you can go to 3D and go and see what I'm talking about. Select this and you see this, and you see all the trusses available in all the things. So if you have never been to this channel for once, we have done a lot of things. Just subscribe, a lot of video will be pumping to you and you'll be able to watch according to what you are in. And if anything that you want to ask, just feel free to send message to me. I will reply you, if not immediately. So that is this for the trusses that you have created in this place. So what you do next is that if this one is okay for you, you look at this and you see that. Now what I say before I move on, go to section, select these things, and then if you want to change your own, yours is empty, this is where the whole thing. So cutting panel system, the empty is going to, because if you put it in glass, in glazing or whatsoever, it's going to have some graphic error on this. So always select empty, not none. Empty is the issue. So layout fix is what you need. Fix 1000 is what I always normally use because I don't want confusion. So this one represent, this vertical one represents rafter, while this one represent per line, the horizontal. So that is it. You change this to suit what you want to do according to the trusses you have on the day. So that is this one in this plane position. These are the staircase that we have, and these are the things that work with them. So by the time we are designing this section, you're going to see a lot of things transforming and changing together along the line. So with this one, we are able to concludes of tools particular to this teaching concerning the fascia and the beauty of aesthetic and adjustment of windows. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Welcome to Mixhouse Design. In the tutorial of our Mixhouse development that we have been working on for a while. So in this tutorial we are going to continue tidying up these surfaces. So we have been developing this for a while. This is a 3D complete set. So we are working on this one for a brief period of time. So what we want to do today now is that we want to work on the mostly on the elevation, not on the floor. So we are still going to develop the floor, but now elevation we want to complete some process. So we go back to foundation. So we need to create the ports around this building, so where everything is going to be. So if you're following, have not been joining us for the first for a while now, you can click to join us by clicking this subscribe button. So let's move on. So model in place, and then casework, click on casework, then you can call it flower first. So you say okay. So from there now you work with extrusion. Extrusion will guide you around the whole process and then jump all of those. So you click on this, then we start our working process one after the other. So you click here, select this, select. So the reason why the beneficiary of selection, you can draw this bit line. But the beneficiary of selection is that they allow you to quickly pick up the center position of whatsoever you are doing. So in other words, this one will quickly give you the idea and the detail aspect of, okay, this thing I'm doing now, I'm getting done in a reality manner, in such a way that there's no contrary to the line of references. So instead of me putting line one after the other, sometimes you connect, sometimes may not connect. So that is why I'm using what pick line of the external wall. So you click that is the simplicity. Continue, and then you draw this one, you click finish. So edit again. So here now what you need to do is offset. So create offset on this and say 700 will be okay. So let's use 700 for that position. So click and click. Now you have double line in position. So we click this two, we click all this one in position. So we reference that in manner. Click. So what we need to do is that we change the material for this. So double click. So the material catalog will be there, change. So what we do is just a pure white for the external. So what we do now, we copy this and repeat what we have done before in a systematic way. Escape, then you say this one increase it to 300 so that you have visibility of it. So then say edit. Instead of you extend this one outside, then you edit it inside. So we're going to use 150 without copy this time around. So you extend it within, do that inside, and create the category of flowers. Good. So you click finish. So from here now you change the material of this one again. Then here you select duplicate material assets. So use rendering aspects, then go back here and go and select the kind of material you are interested in. So appearance library is what you have those ones. When you click on appearance library, take time, take a while for it to update itself. So what you do is go to site, then you click on site work. What you select is the grass. So that grass way is okay. So click that and then select and say okay. Go back to this, select this external one and say edit material. What I want you to do there is to use the graphics. So click on graphics and use color. Yes, that's what I want you to use. So you go back here and then you say 3D this time around. So are you seeing what I'm talking about? So this is what you are able to create, and this is the major thing you have done. So click finish. Then come here. I don't know why. So what I do here is that I think this is an issue. So double click on this, extend it, or remove the crop so that you have it in full. Or with this one. So that's it. So we have this 3D in place. All these ones are there now. You can now go and be picking flowers and be dumping it wherever you want if you like. So if this one is giving you issue, you can list it up and call it up from here. But now I'm leaving it for like that. So this one is here, this one is here, and another one. So I want to create a flower pot, something like that. I'll be here. So go back there and use the system of what? Of glow and say model components. When you model the component, then you click just like casement something. So I've not have a specific use, so I call it pot. So click on this. So I'm using what? Strip blend. If you've never been using strip blend before, this is opportunity for you to start using it. So strip blend, the down will be different, the upper will be different. So what I do, you say select sketch parts. So if you sketch the part like this, I'm supposed to have a vertical line for it to be more reasonable, but let me try this one and see how far it goes. So sketch parts. So I select the first line and I want to edit this. Are you getting it? So select this one and say finish. So the profile one, which is at the top, you need to edit it. So how do you do that? So it's telling you that west is what you need. So you can go to west and do what you need to do. So click on that west, say open fill, or you can go to 3D and do what you need to do as well. So let's use 3D to do the purpose. So go back to 3D and see it's from here. This is this one that is picking here. So what we do is that we select polygon describe, and I'm picking it from a point because it's going to be referencing it. So this is what I pick, and then the side I want. So the C side I've been choosing. So I click that finish. So I'm going to finish that at this level. So I'm going to pick the second one, which is level 2. No, sorry, 1. So this is one is picked now. So I say edit part 1. Sorry, what is it? Edit the profile 2. So what I do is from here. So I'm done with this now. I want to select this part. So I'm going to select what? Circle. So from the circle which I pick from, what is it doing? So I do the circle here and I say finish. Click finish. There's something is wrong with this design because why? I didn't project them in the right way. So I'm going to start again. So do not bother about the mistake you are making. It's part of the process of design. So click here and say continue. No, I don't want it. Just delete this, say yes. So what you do, you go back to elevation. From elevation, you just need to, foundation, ground floor plan. Go to architecture. What you need to do is to select grid line. So just have a grid line at this junction. But that's the mistake I make. I'm supposed to make a grid line. So I've done this one as a grid line. You select, then you say go to elevation south. So you have a grid in place here. So from the elevation south, is begin to develop your components and so model in place. Model in place placement again. So I call it pot. Then say okay. At this point now, what we do is that sweep plane, like I said, sweep plane is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to sketch by using what? Select and say grid line. Pick out the grid line. The position, the suitable position is west for you. So you go to west and go and do that for yourself. So you click that, the rest part will be open conveniently for you. Wait, so this is what to do. Then because of that grid, you are going to draw the line from here to somewhere here. So you have the first profile and the second profile to work on. So here you say complete it. So here now you do the editing aspects. So the first profile is this, which is what, get it done. This is profile 2, this is the first profile. So profile 1, you work on that, edit the profile 1, go to level 1 and work on it. So put that in mind. So here you select a polygon or select square at this side. You can blend many things together. You can decide to draw any kind of design. So make sure you play with all these things you are seeing here, all this line. It will quickly help you to grab what you need to grab. So I'm selecting this one 300, that is 600 diameter. So you go back there and you say finish. So profile 2, you select that and edit. So at the same level and the same spot, I'm going to select this polygon. So polygon is what I'm using here. Then I will select it and place it because I have 6 sides of polygons in it. So select that and say finish. So from there now you can edit this as well if you feel that okay, then I want to offset this one with what, with just a 50. So here is what you'll be doing now by copy, so that you have a report filling inside that by copying, and then copy. So click finish. What is it saying? More loop than necessary. Okay, you know, let us just go to that level. Then we do that in, so I will not be taking our time and do what's supposed not to do. We're supposed to have created the underlay to have the same thing. So click this and say okay, and then go back here and see. So this is the port we are able to create. And you see, so it's form. You can use this thing to do whatever you want to do. So I'm changing the category, material category here now. I'm selecting this aluminum by using the engine appearance, and I'll say okay. So this is for me. So by doing this one, I can copy this and say go to elevation, then begin to copy this from here, copy it here as well, and then copy it already here. So I don't know why you're going to block your door. You can edit them individually if you feel like, but you're going to put a flower inside this and everything is going to look great for you. So go back to level 1, and from here now what you do, you can bring this later outside if you don't want it to be at where it's supposed to be. If you've forgotten your something, just a formation that I do so that I explain certain things for you. So you click on the component and then select flower first that you are going to be using for your work and model. So America, I'm going to click on American Beach. So I'm placing it here. So when I place it here, I want to change the appearance completely. Then when you look at it from the elevation, you can decide to change it from 3D or whatsoever you want to feel like. So see it from 3D and see how big it is. So you come here and decide to change the flower. So first you need to reduce the height to something like 1200. Apply it. So you see the application. Now it's smaller. So good. So that's for that. So rendering appearance, what you want to be seeing, if you are doing it, you can decide to see the way, but the gum to this and pick. So which type of something do you want it to be? So I'm going to use Chinese juniper. So click on that and say okay. So Chinese juniper, transform to Chinese juniper. I can decide to edit it because since Chinese juniper is a little bit straight up, so I'm going to use 1000. So default elevation, let it be like that. So I can be adjusting the elevation on my home here. Let's say 500 from here. So we move up. Good. Click that and see the juniper in the position according to what you have already done. So this one now will allow you to move it around, then just begin to copy since everything is still at the same plane. Copy like that. Then copy this way. So that is what we are able to do in this category of something. So what we want to do next is to change this, edit this. Then I want to change the material for the fascia. Click here, edit category material. So you select that. So here you duplicate and say duplicate. From the duplicate, here is material. You change the material completely and come here and come and select ceramic. From ceramic porcelain and change the ice white. The ice white is okay for me. So the moment that upload, then we accept it, then we move to the next thing, and that is what we do. So this one is done here. So copy this one and say move. Just shift it a bit to stay above window. This is window print. So you clearly here and say edit. Editing what? Edit the profile, because we are going to use the same form and function. So profile is need to what we need to edit. I'm selecting that by here, arranging it here, push it to this position and then trim it. This is okay. Select here, push it down, then get it done here as well, and finish it up. So that is it. So this one is there. You can look at it from 3D and see the value of what you have created. So the last point of elevation, something is missing here because this one is looking plain and crafty. We work on that later on. So the only thing we need to do here before we proceed is that we want to create a vertical line complete, that we settle the elevation a little bit more. So click here and say casement 2. Then you click extrusion, you draw the lines in 2. So click finish. So we call this one wall breaker. So what we do is that, wind breaker, like does not allow it cuts off the wind for what the purpose is meant for. Go to west. I say west. Go to south. So at the southern part, you draw this down. Then you move it up to stop at this guy. So you change the color. So duplicate this, duplicate the material. So 11 is gone. Then you change this here. Then you select what is needed in appearance. So you can now search for color, which is what? Black paint. So I'm choosing a paint, what paint, which is Matisse black, not glossy. So choosing that for myself, and then I close it up. So which is okay for me. Close, and it's okay. So this one is done. So you can imagine what we have created like this by saying 3D. Then we have it here by clicking here, and the beauty of the elevations are coming out. So I can decide to reduce this, edit extrusion, go to foundation, then you reduce this one. 400 is bogus, so select and say 250. Then the width is 2, so change it to 100. It's just something of aesthetic value. So set 100. Then we just align to this one and say finish. So that is it. So we are through with this one for now. So this is what we are able to capture at this moment. Design here, accuracy, and things like that. So in the next one, we are going to work on some certain issue and bring some of this detail to limelight. So thanks for watching. You can follow us and subscribe to our channel as we have been doing before. So this is not the end to this tutorial, as we are going to bring more to you. Thanks. God bless you. Good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In a continuation of Mixhouse development that we are working on. In this tutorial, we are going to work on external decoration of this project. So in the beginning we have started well with the plan. So we were able to create the ground floor, the first floor, working with the staircases and put all these templates in some of these things. So we are still going to tidy up the whole things by watching up. So what we just need now is that we want to work on the external decoration and brilliant performance of all this that you are seeing. So how do we do that? So we are starting. The first thing that we have the halfway arc here that we want to complete, and we're going to do them right away. So we select, go to level 3. So at the level 3 now, click on this. So from there, before you do that, make sure that the base level of this is higher so that you're not going to have the same base level. Then you reduce this one to 700. So let's start that. So you click like that and set it up here. Good. So that one is settled. When you look at it from the elevation now, you are going to see what I'm talking about. So this place is covered up and is modular. So later you work on this one again. So we want to do the same thing for this particular one in level 2. So go here and go and do the same thing. Say select. Make sure you click on this and select the same, create similar. So at the creation of similar, you work it out by selecting it here, put it down, then you click save. So that is it. So you have that in place. You can go back to 3D and still see what I'm talking about. So that place was open before, now it's closed. So what else do we need to do? You can now align this one so that the whole thing will visual together and set the standard. So you go to, let's say, roof level, or yeah, okay, you can adjust it by clicking it down a little. So here you click, just say, let's say, hide the element temporarily. So this is what we have done. So I want to align it to the wall so that you have the same level. So well, this one you not have the same level with anything, so you can stay wherever you wish to stay on. So what we do here, you unhide the hidden by click this one, then say unhide the elements. So you come back to normal, then you close this up completely. So that is what we've done here. So the next thing you need to do is how to work with the elevation, especially the wall. So this one, I want them to have pattern, not by creating or something. I just want to change the materialistic aspect and graphics purpose. So I'm going to do that by selecting this and select this one, select this one as well. These two are going to be selected, including this. All the fronts are going to have this different organized material. So I'm selecting this and say okay. Here say duplicate the wall parts. I'm calling this one exterior now. So say okay. I'm editing this one, the structure. Click on the structure to edit. So I think my setting material on. So you can just like clicking whatsoever you want to click there. Structural material, the same thing. So you choose material here and change it. So what you do here is that you click this and say duplicate. From duplicating, go to this and say okay, its appearance is set. So now you change it from here. I'm going to go to siding. If you have that in your library appearance, so go to siding, then I'm changing it from this particular point. So I'm using horizontal 6 BG to do that what I want to do. So I'm selecting that. I think this one is okay for me. So in the graphics, what I need to do is to change its foreground pattern. So select. So what you do is say model, and there you select the horizontal of 100 and say okay. Click that. So you don't need much ASU or ASU. All you just need is to select those purpose and find them accurately where it's supposed to be. Can you see? So this one changed. So from there now you can decide to pick all the words that you want them to have the same things and change them according to the pattern that you have selected here. So just select and say, click on this and say exterior. They're all going to change in that way. So that is that for that aspect. So now I want to select by changing. I still add more flex to this elevation. Go to start elevation. So from here now I'm saying edit in place. Edit in place. Now I'm selecting this by coming here, say copy, and I'm pasting this one here. So I'm selecting this one, pasting it, edit this. So edit this sketch. So go to your level 2 and see what you have there. So this is the only place we want to stipulate all our design patterns. So every other side is going to be cancel and delete. So delete this, delete this, delete this one, delete as well. Continue to delete them one after the other till it's now to the original content. So this is it. So from here now you drag this one and drag it down. Because if you do not follow this pattern like this, you will not see everything is going to work in unjust way, and which is going to give your design some of the condition that is not going to be brilliant for you. So here now we copy this. So copy this one, we copy it here. So at this junction we're going to go to east. So from the east we select that and move this a little bit forward. Where is it? This is it. So we move it outside. Can you see? So here what we just need to do is to move and snap it to from this point, snap it here. Then press escape, click finish, then go to level 1, elevation, and see what we've done there. So I think we have it now, but it's too long, so we need to edit by still editing it. Edit sweep, then you skip this, delete this. So here now you drag this, use this extension pattern, and make sure that they all extend to the points. So click finish and finish again. So at this junction you are saying that okay, the whole brilliancy ideas are coming out one after the other. So while I've done this one, I need to change the whole essential aspect of this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create a temporary building, but before then I want to change this door. I don't like that door intensively, so I'm going to pick another door because it's going to work for my own use. So what am I going to do is that I'm going to go to door, architecture, click on door. So I will load from what I have. So here I will go to my desktop. So I'm having something like metric M to be selected in this area. So M, I think I have it in the library. So in the library I'm having something like a casement, pattern, and every other thing. So here I will go for the door, which is this. So we have a lot of doors in place like panel folding and every other things like that. So let me go to external and select the parts, single one that I know that okay fits what I wanted to do. So I'm going to extend set this one. So it's upgrading from 2029 to tell you how far that library has been with me to this present moment. So I'm selecting it here and pasting it in this position. So as I paste it there, now what I need to do is to change this. Click on this. Everywhere I have any kind of door like this, I'm going to just click on it and change it to this new big one I just brought. So this one I'm going to bring here is the answer. So extension single is what I'm going to change it to. So I delete the existing one. So this one is done for me. So go to level 1 and go and see the flipping sides, change it. So from here now you click this and change the material activities completely. So exterior, the graphics and every other thing. So we're starting from this, handling the panels and exterior glazing and things like that. So click on the panel first. So I'm selecting the panel. I don't want this and I'm going to change that. So appearance, so I'm going to click on this and change it completely to the panel I am using. Instead of you, I'm using something like a metal. So metallic paint is what I'm going to use. So I'm using flake. This flake satin is what I want to use. So I'm selecting that and I say let it update. The moment it update finish, then you click OK and everything is set in place. So apply and say OK. So let it be OK. Select. Good. So that one is done. Then the next thing is material framing, glazing. Leave that one. So I'm going to do this handling mullion framing. So you select that again and then you go back to this particular one if this is what it has in place. So mullion glazing, you are going to go here and use a panel door that you have selected in that pattern. So you use that to build your point up. So select that and then go to OK. So you look at this from 3D and see the effectiveness of the work you have been doing. So that is what we are able to create. So now what I need to do is to change the work here. Go to here and say select, come to this space. So what I want to do is that you select this and you say duplicate, edit the type, duplicate and call this one 10 mm, 10 millimeter thickness. That's what it means. It's not, you need to change the structure as well from here and change it to 10 millimeter. So you change the material category. So I'm going to use this aluminium level, aluminium 12. So duplicate this. So after you duplicate it, you go to this and change it from the appearance as you have done. So go to siding, and instead of me using the vertical or something like that, I'm going to use clapboard for this and going to give me some crazy value to what I want to do. So I just want to change the pattern to which I'm doing since here. So let it update. Go to where I say it should go to now. Clapboard is okay. Close down. Good. So it's updated and good here and say okay. So you select this and draw the first line. There is one and bring it here. So as you have done with this, it's not over yet. So what you need to align this one to the last line, align this to the last line. Just a little bit of work and everything is set. Align this to the last line. No, Ctrl Z to undo. Allow this to the last line. So what we have here is that, so you select this and drag it to the end. So you do the same thing here too, drag it to the end. I think it's okay. So you go to 3D where you're going to finish the whole journey. So select this one now, select them all, and then you pick from here and select all. So what do? You select this space based on the level. So you select this and say foundation is the beginning. So your next aspect is going to be 5,000, let's say 5,700. Good. So it move up. If that is not okay for you, you can increase it to 6,000. Let's see how far. So 6,300 will be 6,250. I think it's okay. So you can select this one and change this entirely. Go to south elevation. In the south elevation, you can provide and you change it entirely. So select the profile. Because of the mullion you put from outside, let's say you select the offset here let's say the mullion is 30 mm, so you select from that. So that's going to take that out of it, take care of that. So if 1330 is too much, let me use 2015. So you take care of that externally. So you click OK. The same thing with the wall as well, and do them together instead of doing them separate. And you see OK. So that is the condition in which this one comes from. So we're done with this now, and this aspect is completed. So you select this one and change it to wall 3 exterior. Good. So every other part you need to work on, you can work on this like this. So this is done on this level. So we have been on this part, so you can check how it look on 3D. It's for your choice and something like that, so it'll be more brilliant and successfully been created. So now let's work on the flower activities. Just put the flower first around this and see how beautiful the whole thing will come up with. So I'm selecting this, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to duplicate now and start using the one, not juniper, but I want to go back to my shrub, tropical trees, flowers and everything, shrub. Yes, this is what I want. Then I'm going to do people, motorists, Chinese church, and grasses. Okay, so I'm going to use Olenda that I used to use normally. So I select that and I'm going to be pasting it here. Just need to all around. So paste like that. Focus on the external aspects on this project. So I think we have assigned something good to this alone. So we can now bring something like, okay, another component. So search for what is needed, like this. Now this lighting outside is needed, so you can paste it somewhere here. Let me give it here, not foundation this time around. Go to level 2, put it there. So go to level 2 and put it there. Go to level 2 and then put it wherever it is needed. So like this, you can just select and just see we put here. So I think we are done with that. So go to your 3D and see what we've done briefly and see how far it have gone. So this is it. So this one now, you can click here now and change the host height. So let's say this one is going to be 3000 and above. So click OK. So can you see it has more, but inside the roof, which is too high. So 2600 I think will be okay for that. So good. So the same thing here as well. You can leave this one because it's in the right position. So what else do we need to do that we need to work on? So we have done with majority of this. I did this one and delete this. So click and delete. So finish, cancel and click OK. So under this one now, we have done some. Welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our Mixhouse development that we have been doing for a while. So in the last episode, we were able to create this site setting, design some decor. So we want to continue from where we stopped. So I'm going to remove this. So what I do next is that you go to the level plan. This is the tidy one we were able to do. You can watch the procedure and how we are able to get all this one done in before. So we've not developed this one, so we left it for you as an assignment. You can do that on your phone and bring all this. So what I want to do here is that I've never specified the function of this room. So let me quickly do that before I move on. So you choose, and this is a master bedroom. Good. So this is the living room. For the other side, living room. Alright, this is the bedroom. So from now you can copy all this and set them to where they're supposed to be by copying this and say copy, then you place it here, another bedroom, another bedroom. So you put all this into functionality. So what you do next is you select a template where you are going to be putting all this the door, the toilet cubicle and every other thing that you need to put. So component will do that. So by the time you select and just go to basin, so you put where this one's supposed to be here, then another one, this one needs to be here as well, and then you position this one where it's supposed to be, and that is what you do. And then you click the next one, which is what, and after this one you can decide to search for your own after you have designed this and put it in more pressure. So what we do here is that we use WC, then we place it. So always make sure your WC is at the opening side because of a little fence that needed to be attached to it. So we're done with this. The remaining one you can search for SOA and place it there as assignment in your home case. Now what we do here is that we want to focus on the site activities. So this is the site we have created, and we have never modeled anything like this. So we're going to do that quickly by using components model in place. Part of the site is going to be something we're going to place here. So site work, then you click OK and call it site 2 model road. So that's just a component that we're going to use. Then you click here and say create. Restriction is what we are going to use to do whatsoever we want to do. So what we do here is that we click here, search for, so you select this more quicker, faster, so that place that in place supposed to set it up. So you do this, and so this is going to be modeled completely without anything attached to it. So you click this one and save, click, so trim every area that needed to be trimmed, then you trim this place as well, then you go up and do the same thing here. So the formation has been done. So you do is, what did you say? So click on show so that we tell you where the whole so continue from there. This is where the whole problem lies. You can do this at this age too. So we have done with this. So what you do is that you reduce the height to 50. Category, you can change this and say, just let me click on anything and then duplicate it to suit my own taste. Graphics, yes, it's applied. So go there and decide to go to site work. So in your site work, I just want to use asphalt dark gray for my own design benefits. So I'm clicking OK here. As I finish, so go to 3D and see what you have done. Definitely set. So this is it for what we have on the roads, techniques and everything. So as the road is set, you decide to model it the way you want to be. You can check it in the whole 3D environment and say, okay, it is okay for you and it's okay by me. So that is done. Now let us focus quickly on the fencing side and see what we can do before we move to the next thing. So go to this one, select this, and then select this. So you reduce the size. I want to focus on one side before I move to the next side. So click here and say, reduce the size to 1800. Good. So let it go down. Now you go to this place, then you come on and say click and model in place component, model in place. So here, if you do not see it, then you can just decide to create your home by using what? Using casework. Click OK and select fencing. Click on, you say fencing for that purpose. So as you click on fencing, you use create, then you create extrusion. The first thing you need to do is the corner piece. So that is the side. You have that as, So what you do next is that you are going to continue to put all this in place. Generalize that, generally clear that for yourself, 600 by, so you reduce this one to something like 250 extrusion. So check the dimension, the distance between one to this. So this one is 31, which is, I don't want it, so I will like reduce this one and put it back by 3000, and we say 156. Enter, click OK. So this will go. Then you check it back again, you're going to see that's going to be at 3000. Good. So that's what we have. So from here now you can decide to move this one, so copy, you place it to the edge like this. Okay, if that will be the issue, we still need to do some proper adjustments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this into two and then mirror it. So I have it here and I have it here. So what did I do? I will now develop this one after the other. But before then, I'm going to do the same thing I did here by repeating it here too. So what will I copy? Copy this, paste it here, then click on rotate. Let me just even do the rotating directly. Select this and say rotate and click on copy. So drag this to the middle, you select this one and pick it here. So it's going to be vertically placed and selected. So that is it. So you have this in place. So what you do next is that you need to mirror this. Mirror. So the design is continuing to flow. So when we have this one in place, so we can just decide to continue with our work by copying this. Copy, replace from this second one, drop it here, and that is how it flows. So to the head. So I'm clicking finishing. Then I'm going to select this one and say 250 or 2700. That will be okay for me. Check it in 3D and see the design procedure. So this is it. So the fencing is here and everything is accurate for now. So click here and say change the material for yourself. Update, let it update and say okay. Sorry for the little bit delay. So that is the updates of what we done here. So what we need done next is now we need to be putting this design in place. So what I do, go back to this foundation, create a grid. For say click finish. Oh, you may not create a grid, depends on you, but I would prefer you to create a grid. So architecture, pitch here and say create a grid. Place, so grid is hidden, you can check it out by toggle this off. So this is our grid and we have it here. So I can decide to say undo the category, but I'm not going to, since I'm not using the grid. So grid G is what I'm using. Go to elevation. Now this is where you want to do your magical. So you click here and say component model in place. Then where you do here, you say casement and click OK. The next thing you do is that you put the name and call it railing fencing. Railing fence. That's just the name to put. So you do that, then you start doing the critical work. So are you using sweep, extrusion, or whatever you want to do? So I'm going to use sweep here. So my sweep is going to work because I'm going to continue to flow it according to the way, because I want to use round pipe. So click sketch. So it's asking me a question and I will say grid G is what I want to use. So from there now I decide to create my pattern the way I want it to be. So what is the pattern I'm going to create? I will select it by doing that now. So arc end radius, I think that will be what my choice will take for me. So I'm taking the arc end radius here. Now first I need to create a unified factor, which is going to be something like this. Okay, I'm developing it in this way. Sorry, I'm not seeing it all. So click and So what I do here is that I'm going to create arc end radius. So from here, I'm putting it in this position. Good. So I'm split it into two. That's the sign pattern in which I want to get here. So I've done with this one. I will click finish. So go to foundation or wherever you need to that okay, this thing can be fun. So you click here, circle pipe, then 80. I don't think 80 is too much because that is around 160 something. So you click reduce this one to let's say 40 so that you use 80 millimeter in diameter. Good. And click finish. Go back to the south and see what you have done. This is what we have created. On this level now, I want to do something magical again. So I'm copying this. Good. So say edit, then edit the sketch. This time around, I'm going to delete this sketch and I'm putting it directly up. So I'm placing it here. Click finish and click finish. So that is it. So I have this pattern as my design principle. So I will now rotate this one. Rotate now with what? With copy. With copy, sorry. So I have it in duplicate. So 90 degree is what I'm going to use. Good. So this one is suit for me. So I push it and I can now say copy again. So this one will be edit sweep, edit, then you extend this to the end by extend this one again to the end. So you click finish. So alternatively, your fencing is now set. So you copy this now and say copy from here to here. So you're done with this. So how do you now do with this spindle? So it's another way of designing principle that you need to focus your attention on. So this is 3D of the fencing we have done. So we want to work on this one and create something that will make the whole thing. So you do not be excuse me, we are still going to use the same thing. So we copy this one here. So that we're not going to follow the same pattern. What we do here is that edit sketch, and then you click here, you click here, you click and you delete here. So you click finish in this space, adjust this, come down. So when you adjust this down, then what we do is that we select this and say copy. So this one will be here. Then another one, you say copy again, will be there. So we're done with this. So you look at it the alternatively, and you look at say okay, we're done with our fencing design pattern for now. So what we can do now is to copy this and place it around this space. So we're going to do that now immediately. So select this now, or go to foundation, then you say rotate. So drag this the way we have done before. So you move from here, copy, place it there. So go to the 3D, whether it's available. Good, they are all there. So all you need now is to do what? Go to foundation and you mirror. Foundation, then from here you mirror it at this junction. You should see it here again. Good. So that is how you work, and that is how we develop this whole thing. So you complete this in your own period and everything will be set clearly. So I want to create copying fast as possible on this one. So I'm clicking finishing. So on this level I will create and say sweep or extrusion. But let me use sweep before I want to create pattern. So here you select draw the line, create the line here, and finish it with this line. Press escape, finish, then you close to edit profile. So you can choose east, that is the best opening part for you. So let this whole document be open if it's alternatively okay for you, or if it's not, you can decide to adjust it. So I think this is the best part in which I want to work with. So I'm creating this on this level, put it here. That is the copying aspect of the, so you mirror this one, mirror. So you select, place it here, you close it down, say finish, and click finish. So go to 3D and you see what you have done. Good, our copying is set. So we are done with this fencing for now. So we're going to see you in our next class, where we're going to continue with the gate and put everything in order. And from there, we move to the next project alternatively. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Good day, welcome to Multinet Design. In the continuation of our Mixhouse development that we have been working on for a while. So in this tutorial, we are going to create a gate, a design of gates, exclusively with the package method. But before then, I want you to watch how we were able to create this fencing, railing, and every other thing that we have done on this page. So like I've said, I want to see exercise from everyone who has been following this. If it's the only package you can do, just do this drawing and send to me, and let me just view it and see whether you are following through the process and every other things like that. So this is what we have done. I'm not going to design this aspect, so I'm going to concentrate only on this and pick the gate up, so we can see anyone who have done it among those people who are following this channel. Forward your projects to my WhatsApp, or you can send it to my email, then I will probably publish it and put your name in recognition of following this channel. Thanks for that. So let us move on to the order of the day. So we go back to the foundation level. So these are the things that we are able to do, and this is it. So we want to create a template for this particular gate that we have done here. It's a two-leaf gates that have to open two-way side. So how do we design that? And it's going to be reflect on the elevation. Remember, this is not an animation channel. We are not going to do it that we animate. We just want to represent it and create it in the form a way that it's going to be sustainable whenever we are going to print it. So what do? We go by using it, since we are doing the characterize of this project here. So the same method we have been using to create all this is what we are still going to be using to create it. So what do? We start with component and say model in place. Now the reason why I always do a design based on the personal perspective is that I don't want my client to always like a client to look at me and say you use my design for another thing. So I've done this one for a project, I'm using it again for tutorial, so that people that follow my channel will be able to learn something different and something new every day. So that's what I do. So when you are seeing something different from the 3D that I put on the page, most especially it's not too different. So what we do now is that you click on this and create your own gate. So if you have gate here, if it's not, then click on generic model and click on this and say gate design, gate design. So you start from there. So when you click on gate design, it depends on, you can use any clue of this type of whatever you want to do. But what I want to use most is extrusion. I start with it. So I'm going to combine 2 or 3 things together here that will give me my idea of what I want to do. So what I do here is that I click my first rectangular. So remember, I have this in place, so I'm going to do this by selecting this. Okay, so click finish there. I want to really find this side to make it look real. So select elevation and drag it up. Good. So that is for that. So I'm going to reduce the size again. Go to so I have to extrude, reduce the size. Can edit it again of the decline so that you see the proper dimension. So something like 15 mm is the standard. So click OK. I think that's done. So what is the total length? You check that aspect again before you proceed to your join. So here you have it as 1580, which is okay. So you select finish. So this side is going to be completely locked and closed. The reason being that one side of the gate need not to have any other open within it, and this is the side we are going to use to do that. So I'm going to design this side separately so that I have different things. So now what I do here is that I want to use this to create. I'm using strip. Now I want to use a sketch part. Click this one. I will select the surface area, yes, as my references. So as I select the surface, now I want to use any side, so I'm using circle to do that. So from here I'm going to focus on the circular area. Let me go to so that I can be able to draw that from the horizontal part. I don't know, just change this pattern again. So click here and say edit the profile. You go to the east to fix the profile up. So let it open, let it finish loading, and yeah. So as it is now, you create the radius effectively, or since you have this as a, so you can create the radius. So it's going to be seen inside and outside. So 40 is okay, it's bigger. So go there and see it in elevation and in south elevation and click OK. So everything is coming out like this. So are you seeing that the gate sensibility is focusing, so that we have something of this nature? That is what we are doing. So click here again and copy this. We copy, escape, click here and say edit. So when you edit this pattern, now you say sketch, edit the sketch. So all you just need to do this, then draw one line to cross it here. Click finish, then click finish again. So you rotate this one. So all what you just need in design is a creative and consistency. There is nothing big too much that you cannot do. So at the time, I myself, I used to find out this thing very tedious to do. That how did they do this? How did they do this? Until I keep practicing and decide to say, okay, these are the secret behind it. It's just a matter of consistency with what you are doing. So I'm done with this one now, which is what the gate effective for this line. Can bring it to the middle and see how far it goes. So this one is done for you. It's not over yet. So the next thing you need to do is to click here again. And what do we want to do is that we want to create a void inside here, inside this particular thing. So let's see whether it will be possible or not. So click here and say void, and switch to void, pick reference plane, move around. I think the void here is not possible for this one, so you're going to leave it because you cannot create void on this level. So you have tried possible to select this. Okay, click the surface. I think it's okay now. It will be possible. So we want to create void here. So I'm selecting this, put it here. Select it again, mirror it, then put it here again. then mirror it. So click finish. So go to 3D and see whether the void is being created or not. Select. So there is void now inside this particular thing. So when this void is created, what else do we need to do? Now it's time for us to work. Like I said, you can imagine, click this one, select this and rotate so that you can be able to see inside aspect of it. So this is the internal part that you are seeing. Can you see? So that is the beauty of now. So you have selected this one. Now what we need to do is to go to start elevation. So here we need to design something special again. Create this one and use the same sweep to do whatsoever you want to do. So click here. So if you ask me how I do the void, it's just that you select when you are in this sketch mode, you are not going to leave. So you just select the create, go to create, and at the same time click on void, and everything will come back for you. So placing sweep, then say just click on the and say this, pick this. So I'm going to use this as your reference point. So as you do with that, click here and say select. What you need next, provide. So what you will do, go to list where to use to work your magic. So from there now you just need to select here. So we are going to use the same thing here. So instead of 15, I'm going to use 7.5. So it's at 7.5. I will shift it a little bit front. I will click OK and click OK. So go back to the start elevation and see this is it. So you now need to do what? To copy it to every side that you're having this particular project. So you dump it around here and you fix it here as well. So that is what you create. Select this and select this. Adjust it a bit so that it come to the middle of the whole center. So that is it. So you're done with this in this line. So what you just need to do is to create another thing. So the more detail you are creating, the more beautiful the design becomes. So edit this, copy. So what you do, edit this one by just creating it in a normal line the way you created this particular one. So this, you select this and say, so this one will solve the issue for you at this level. And now you copy this, you rotate it with copy, plus 90 degree will do. So adjust it a bit. So copy this one now, fix a bit, select this and say copy from angle to angle. So I'm copying it from here, I'm placing it here, then placing it here, then placing it here. I've not selected material for any of this, so I just want the beauty of this to come out. So we've done this. This is the gate that we are creating for this purpose. So we're done with this aspect. So the next aspect is that we are going to create this one again. Now the only thing you can do here, you can decide to mirror this one to the opposite side if it's better for you. But if you want to create another one, you can do. But in this case, I'm going to just mirror everything and see the whole creativity aspect of it. And I will readjust it for a suit purpose. So I'm creating this one and say mirror the whole thing. Can you see? So I mirror it and I will adjust it a bit. So adjustable is allowed here. So I'm fixing this one by sending it to the edge, then bringing this one again close to the middle. So can you see? So when you look at it in 3D again, so you have the gate being fixed. So the gate is fixed, but it's not completely fixed. There are some things that I want it to appear on these edges at the edge. So those are the things I'm going to create in this place now. So I'm going to take my time to analyze those things seriously. So but before then, let me just assign material to everything at once. Click and say multiple things have been selected, which is true. Then I will change one. Since I want to use the same material for them, I'm going to use something like satin chrome. So I will select this one. After I will draw this one then duplicate it. The graphics, I think it gave me what I need, so I'm going to change the appearance by changing the method here. So go to appearance trending, I'm going to metallic paint. If it's not going to metallic paint, choose some metal. So you choose metal and go to look for the black, aluminium, anodized, things like that. Now I'm using this one, chrome black. You know it will be shiny for the gate, so I'm not going to use that one. So let me just go to metal and see whether I will see something satin midnight blue, which I don't think that is okay for me. So flick satin black. So let me choose this one, flick satin black. Then you can now decide to bring the color a little bit down. I think it's down enough. So you can clear coat, Matisse smooth, and then chroming car paint or things like that. Just want to use Matisse. I'm not using chrome this time around. So apply this and say okay. Whatsoever you get there, can you see? So it's changed automatically. So you can now use the same to for the remaining, because they all have the same. So the reason why it was not selecting together is because of the void that was there. So the void is not a tangible element, it's just a something to create a pattern in a model. So that is why it wasn't be able to select it, and you need to select everything individually. So all these are the nitty-gritty of design that you need to follow. So when you do this, select the material again. So the last one you did will definitely be picking for you. Just choose that as your main material and say okay, and everything update to set. So as I was saying, now the next thing I need to do here is that I want to create, let's go there, click on the elevation south. It takes time, but you are going to get a good result for whatsoever you want to do. Elevation starting, which I've created, what I want to do here is that I want to start creating, go to sweep blend, sweep. We're still using sweep this time around. So I'm creating this, and I will do the same thing that I've done before. So by selecting the whole, actually looking for the whole image to pick. So it's there, I select it now. So the only thing I need here is the line, which is the one that goes up, which is going to be the highest point of my line. So after I've done this one now, what I need next is that are we going to create, say finish, then I'm coming here to create profile. The same profile here, the level of level 1 is what I'm going to work on. So the line is going to be shown to me. I just want to use a normal circle to create what I want to create here. So circle, I'm going to click on circle on the 10, which is good. So click circle 10 and click finish. So at this now, you can now adjust this one, but it's too big for me. So what you need to do now is to adjust it based on what you want to adjust it for. So what you need to do, adjust it for, depends on your own idea, but I'm going to edit it by reducing this radius. So I just want you to follow this relentlessly and see how far you can go with the creative ideas. So this is what I have here. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to do something different that is going to give me, so I'm not going to touch this one. So what I need to do is just click finish, leave this place now. So you go to annotate. From the annotate, you are going to click a line, then draw this down like this. Good. So you go back to your design, edit in place, Then you now begin to select this and fix it up for arrangements. So what you do is that copy this in multiple, and then start selecting it for, this is 200, you're going to make it to 200 interval. Good. So another 200 here. Good. Then another 200 here. Then another 200 here. Another 200. Make sure they are snapping to that reference line. 200. Then another 200. You see that those lines are not showing in this because we have already dealt with that completely. So another 200 here. And if the 200 is not something you are interested in, you can sieve this one up and place it, arrange it, and let it suit to this point. So we're done with this one now. So this is what we have. So what we do here is that we are going to create this one and say rotate, copy. So you're going to do is rotate without copy. I don't want to copy that. That is a 90 degree. So adjust it like this. So editing, edit the sweep. What you need here is just the, so adjust this one to fix up to this particular guy. Let it extend a bit outside. So click finish. So this one serves as a reference guys to the, so look at it in 3D and see that the details are coming up little by little. So I'm not going to leave it like this. So what I just need to do, I need to put crown on them. So how do I create the crown? I'm going to use the other modeling tools. So I'm going to click on create. So what do you here need to do is the revolve that we are going to create on that one. So click here again, select the way we have been searching for before. So revolve is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to create ashes here. So draw this up, understand the measurement 55. So click finish here. Then the boundary, you need to draw it. So from the boundary now, you draw the line, come down. So you blend it the way you feel like it is good for you. You close it up here. Finish it. Can you see the crown being set up on this? So when you set the crown here now, what you need to do is to copy the crown from here, pick it up from the O-oriented area. So how do you do that? Select it from this and be placing it wherever you are seeing. So that is the crown that I'm setting, that I've created. I'm done with the idea. So here at the gate system that I've created, here is the crown that attached to it. So I can decide to say rotate copy with this. So from here now, move this and drop it down. No, sorry. Rotate with copy. Click on copy. Move it from here. Select from the top and make it down. It didn't give me what I want, but edit it. Can edit it and straighten the joints as you want. So select from here, draw it horizontally, escape, and then click this one and delete it. I think we are done with it. So as you are done with this one, click finish, and then what else do you need to do? So you can decide to use them to do some zigzag if you want your pattern to be more, but I'm not doing beyond this one. This is okay for the beginning. So select this one and change the material to your taste. So category, and select the material again. So here, after you have done it, you can now mirror it to fix up with what we have been doing with the opposite side. So click here and say mirror. Mirror. Good. So mirror is set. You can decide to now adjust this, move this to the base. Then you begin to increase this one after the other, or you design another thing, depends on your choice. So from here, I'm going to be increasing this one to my own choice, but not that way, but adjust this one to fit what I want them to fit with. So I'm done with the whole scenario of design. So I'm just going to create a pattern that suits me here. Draw this line, come here, click finish, copy this in multiple and begin to move it around at 200, and the last one. So set this up, edit it, edit this again, then adjust it to this point, and that is it. We have our gates in place and everything is set for us. So look at it from here, play references. So this is the beautiful gate we are able to do at this junction. So let us quickly adjust the front so that it will not look shabby, and then we'll be complaining about things. So is this gate not fine, not alright? So that is the way you do things effectively. So let us quickly do this. So go to the foundation level, use this one, and then edit. So from here now, you click. No, I want the modeling aspects to do what I want to do, not so I'm selecting this. I say edit in place. So pick them one after the other. The first is the outside one. Edit extrusion, go to foundation, then you begin to work on these ones accurately. So click here and select the rectangular portion, push it up here. It doesn't matter where you enter into. So do the same thing here and fix it here again. This one you can just adjust it a little bit. You know we are not dealing with that aspect, so just like so that you bring the beauty of what you are doing and you not bring that to the decline. So you just close it up from here. As if you finish and see whether it will close. So no, continue because there's something that has not been done here. So select this and close it. Finish it up and we have this. So the next thing is that the next one, adjust it again. So we are only going to do one side of it, not the entire place. So select this one and say 120 minus. Put minus at the front. Select this one and bring it here. Do the same thing here and close. So I don't think you need that one. So you look at it in 3D, the beauty is out. So what do you need to do next is that you click finish here, then go to foundation. In the foundation, select the lighting outside, exterior lighting that we did that time. Yes, good. So this particular light is what I need. So bring it here, place it around the wall. So what you do here, since it's the plain part, you don't need much. Just focus on this elevation. It's there already at the ground level. So adjust it and push it up. At this larger one, I'm going to make it 2. In the smaller space, I'm going to make it 1. So here I copy, so here I say copy again. I'm putting it here. So the next one is to copy the 2 and then place it here. It's supposed to be. I'm placing it here at the center. So this one is done. Then you do the next one and put it here as well. I think those are the things you need to do and work on. So look at it in 3D and see that the entire things are coming out. So we have issue with the light here, which is going to be something that will affect this continuously. So this is the whole idea of what we have in this space. The components, if there is any other thing that we need to do, you can just adjust and ask. So like this street light, you can bring this street light come up. If there's any other lighting condition you have that you want to place, I don't think I have any again. So the street light is what I'm going to use by clicking on this street light and I'm pasting it here. Adjust for me. So it's better for me on the foundation level rather than this that I'm doing. Adjust this one, go and bring it front. So here you can rotate. So I'm going to copy, rotate here. 4-way something, so good. So I'm selecting you now. Then you copy to somewhere here, and then yes, you can even move to in the middle while I remove that one that I have there.